NRJ. Hit music only.
I have the honor of introducing Mr. Omar Samuel Paisley, 28 years old, topping charts all over the world, known as OMI from Jamaica. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? What's up? There goes all my information.
Yeah, there we go. Bam. And there's so much more that we will talk about today. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here, man. I
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
coming.
it.
All the way from Jamaica just for me?
All the way from Jamaica, man.
And tell me, where does this name come from?
My father. My father actually gave me this name. From I was a baby, and it just got stuck, so I worked with it, you know.
Yeah, and speaking of your father, first of all, what does he mean to you?
Oh, everything. You know, my father has a huge influence on me. You know, he was a good person. I mean, he died when I was 9, but I think he taught me enough to take me throughout my lifetime, you know, however long that is, you know, so I really respect him.
Yeah, and is that some sort of an homage also to him, like Omi? That is your stage name?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he gave me the name, I guess, without even thinking about it, because it comes from Omar, you know, and as I said before, it's a household name. It's something that I grew up on. You know, when I met Mr. Dillon, and he was like, so what name do you go by? And I said, well, they call me Omi. And he was like, yeah, that's it. That's the name. Yeah.
Star quality right there.
Well,
it's nice. It's, you know, it's easy, it's short. Everyone can say it all around the world.
yeah, it's only 3 letters.
Yes. Easy. Fantastic. And you've always wanted to become an artist, but not just a musical one.
No.
Tell me about the painting.
I have the best of both worlds, you know, as it relates to the arts. I paint, I draw in my spare time. It's very hard to find that at this point, spare time, but it's something that helps me to relax. You know, and it takes me away from bad habits, you know.
Oh, that's nice. Like staying focused.
Definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you recommend that also to other people? Like
I would, you know, but at some point you might seem too preachy or too judgmental. You know, it works for me. If the other guy want to try it, then hey, you know.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And also, you are the youngest child in your family.
Man.
Yes. Of 4. How does that affect you? How has that affected you?
It was really good. It was really good growing up, you know, being the last, because, you know, they always said I was spoiled, but I wasn't spoiled. I just didn't give any trouble. I was just quiet. I was just doing my thing in my own little corner, you know. And I think that is something that I took with me throughout my life. You know, I'm able to do that. Just be reserved and focus and just block out the craziness, you know.
Yeah. And you've always wanted to sing.
Yes.
Since you were you took every chance you could, go up on stage, entertain people.
I think majority of the time I was pushed on stage, you know, because of people who were around me, who believed in me, who were like, yo, you should go up, you know, like, and I was like, oh, no, I really shouldn't, you know. And
were you shy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was actually, you know, but this job sometimes doesn't require you to be shy. You can't be shy. You know, you have to be able to interact with people, and that's something that you will have to master over a period of time.
And how has that affected you? Has it been difficult for you, pushing yourself to that limit? Or?
No, the thing about it is I love people, you know, so I'm getting the hang of it now. You know, I really love people. And I've always been able to express myself so, you know, fully in music. You know, it would be good to learn how to express myself through interaction, you know.
Would you consider yourself fluent in music?
I'm a perfectionist. That's all I can say about that. You know, when it comes to doing my music, I like when everything is on point. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. And also, Clifton Specialist Dillon. Tell us about this man.
Yeah, that's a real man right there. You know, Shabaranks, Mad Cobra, Kimani Male, Queen Patra. I mean, we can go on. And now Omi, you know, fortunately for me, now Omi. He's just a wonderful guy. He's my mentor. He's my manager. You know, I really look up to him also. And he kind of reminds me of my father in a lot of ways.
Oh,
too,
does he know that? Have you told him?
I told him.
Oh, that's so nice. How did you two meet?
I used to record with this underground studio.
In Jamaica?
So in Jamaica. I had some material with them. At the time, I wasn't with them at the time when they brought some other artists to Specialist. You know, and he listened through the whole thing, and he was like, okay, they're all okay, but he wasn't blown away. You know, and then the guy said, you know, we have another artist, but he's not here right now, and I don't have a CD for him. All I have is like some rough vocals that I laid down on his phone. And he played it for Specialist, and Specialist was like, okay, 3 lines in the song. He was like, okay, that's the guy, that's the voice, that's the sound that I'm looking for. I think, you know, the rest is just history.
Wow. So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
And how has the time been since? Because I bet it's been hectic.
Yes, it has, but it's growth. It's growth and development on my part, you know, in a lot of, you know, other ways, you know, separate from being a musician. You know, it's just growth and development. You know, I meet wonderful people like yourself. You know,
thank you.
You know, I get to talk to people like you, and you know, everybody in Sweden. You know, I just love you and respect you so much, you know.
Wow, thank you. What do you think of Sweden?
I think the people are so... It's I would want to give you guys credit, because it's very gray outside, but you're so colorful and bright and warm and loving. I don't know what to say.
Thank you. We have no choice, you know. It's so cold. We just sit inside, produce. We make beats, we make it happen, you know, as best as we can. How has it been like growing up in Jamaica?
I mean, you know, it's the life. I mean, it's the sunshine. It's everything that you see on TV and more.
Oh.
You know, definitely.
Because I see a lot of dancing on TV, a lot of street parties.
Yeah, a lot of that. Not quite what I partake, you know, but it was there. It was in the environment. It was a part of the environment, and I appreciate it as that, you know, a part of the environment. I was a country boy, so hey, I'm from the rural. I don't.
Oh,
you know,
so no urban.
I don't have too much of the urban. Well, now I do. I live in Kingston now. Back then, you know, it was all country for me.
Oh, nice. That is interesting. That I didn't know. So cool. So, you see?
Yeah.
So is it true that you can take the boy from the country, but not the country from the boy?
There you go. There's certain things about the country that I'd want to keep, you know, for the rest of my life. I want to keep that because it helps me to stay grounded, you know, and disciplined. So there you go, man.
There we go. There we go. When did you discover that you had this gift?
Well, I started writing from age 14. Coming up to my early 20s, I started to discover my sound, you know, because you emulate a lot of artists, different artists. You sound like a lot of people because you try to sing like them.
Which people did you get inspired by?
Oh, John Legend. John Legend, definitely. I'm ready to go right now.
Wow, that sounded just like him.
All night. Yeah, I mean,
wow,
that was.
You sounded just like him. So cool.
So, you know, I really looked up to John Legend and Nat King Cole and, you know, Sam Cooke. You know, the list goes on. And I think I used that to kind of formulate my own style, you know.
Nice. Does John Legend know that you like him and idolize him? And
well, I've said it on so many interviews. I've left like a trail of breadcrumbs, you know, for him to pick up on and say, okay, this guy really likes my music.
So John, when are you gonna call? Hello. I know you're listening. He's listening right now.
Right.
So cool. You spoke about finding your sound. How would you define your sound today?
World music, universal. I mean, international. You know, something that, you know, people can identify with Jamaica because it's coming from me and I'm Jamaican, you know, but at the same time, it's something that they have to go and do some research. Where is he from? You know, if they didn't know already where I'm from, they have to go and look. You know, I kind of like that about my sound.
Ah, nice. And how would you say, what is your, like, what makes you unique? What is it about your sound that, oh, this is OMI? Would you say?
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, 'cause she stays strong.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Amazing. And speaking of that, your Cheerleader, your #1 hit song in several countries all around the world. I mean, Australia, Denmark, Netherlands, and of course, Sweden. How does that feel, #1?
It feels great. I mean, words can't express, you know, yeah, me lost for words.
You're getting emotional right now. It's okay on me. Just let it out.
Yeah.
Let it out.
You know, but it's very overwhelming, and I have to say that I'm very grateful for it. I always say that I'm a fan of my fans. Don't forget it, Sweden. I love you very much. If it wasn't for you, you know, hey, I don't know.
Right to the heart.
Right
How
to
do
the
you
heart.
stay in contact with your fans? Social media?
Yeah,
or-
via social media. Well, now we're going to start performances. You know, so now it's a whole nother level of interaction.
It's
and
real.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. You know, so we're going to be sharing the same air, same space. I'll be back here next month. I'll be back here in the summer.
Yeah.
When I met you in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that song
Now
too.
we're in the remix right now. Can y'all handle it? Yeah, okay. Do you do stage dives and crowd surfing and stuff like that? Do you get? How are you when you perform?
Ooh, all right,
Boom.
all right. Don't worry about the crowd surfing. I won't be doing that. Any of that. No.
Because you might not get back on stage.
I might not get back on stage. Nah.
So, but how would you say? How are you as a performer, a live performer?
As a performer, I'm just me. You know, I'm just me. The same thing that you see in the music is the same thing on stage. You know, it's passion. As I said before, I love people. You know, so that comes out. I mean, I think every artist gets a moment of, you know, butterflies before you go out on stage because, hey, there's a lot of people looking at you. You know, but I think once you're out there and you get warmed up and you're in it, you know, they already love you. You know, it's not a talent show.
Exactly.
You know,
They already paid the ticket. They're there.
Right, they're there. I already got their money.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sick. Goodbye.
Yeah. So you know, just kidding.
Yeah,
you know, but definitely, you get more and more comfortable when you're out there, and you become like a family. You know, so it's no longer a crowd looking at you. It's just okay. I'm just performing for my family.
Mm.
Yeah.
This might be a bad joke, but are your fans called your cheerleaders?
No, it's not a bad joke. Of course they are. I mean, a cheerleader can be just about anybody who supports you through, you know, what you do, who believes in you, you know what I mean? So it's not limited to just, you know, whatever, you know.
Mm. So cool. And tell us about your debut album this year.
Well, this album is bound to be special because we have UFA Media, we have Sony Music, we have Ultra.
Yeah, big up for Sony.
Yeah, big up for Sony. You know, we have all these people coming together to put this thing together. So it's about. I know it's gonna be a lot of diverse, you know, topics, and I just think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be as surprised as the fans. That's the beautiful thing about it, you know, because the selection is is bound to be special.
Nice. Do you know when it will be released? And
I think before summer.
for summer, nice. So we have something to jam to when
So
it's
you
hot.
got something to jam to when it's hot.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I know.
Omar, Omi, Paisley, thank you so much for coming to my studio today.
You're so welcome, man.
And you're always welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Energy. Hits music only.